So what we're going to do right now is walk you through my and Allie's tune learning process pretty quickly here, because I think you just showed us a lot. You'll get it pretty quickly, which is great. And the first step in that skill number 1 in using your ears is almost always going to be figuring out what key is going on around you. Whether it's jumping up with a band or playing with one other person, there will probably be a collection of notes that sounds the best and works the best with whatever's going on. And so we're going to establish that key by using D major and making some changes to it until we find ourselves somewhere a little bit cooler, okay? So we start in D major, we lowered F natural and C natural. Now let's take a couple of notes out. We're not going to use them the whole rest of the day. E and B. We just don't need them in this key, okay? So let's play that scale, but this time it's a D major scale with F natural and C natural, but this time let's skip E and B. It's a much shorter scale, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go.
Back down. Yeah.
A little different, right? So we've come from the D major world. It's lovely. Don't get me wrong. It's very happy, but we're already here. A little bit different, a little bit cooler. Our job today is to hopefully make your instrument feel a little different in your hands, make you look at it a little differently. So that's our musical key for the day. We will play you the tune that we're about to teach you, and then we'll learn it piece by piece. I have a feeling you'll get it really quick, okay? Here's our tune. 2, ready, and... Here we go. A 1, 2, ready. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You don't know it. You don't know it. Okay. So it starts. Remember, we're only going to be using notes in the key that we just played, that scale that we just played, which for reference is called the D minor pentatonic scale, a bunch of fancy words, which we would love to get more into, but that's okay. The quiz later is only like half your grade. You don't need to remember it. It's going to be fine, okay? So we've got the D minor pentatonic scale. As we play these sections for you and you play them back to us, remember, you only have those notes to choose from, okay? Similar to if you were improvising in a musical landscape, you would know that there were only so many notes that would really, really fit.
If you're tempted to play an F sharp or a C sharp, don't.
They're not there. E or a B?
No.
They're cut today, okay? So here are your first couple notes. I think that you can figure them out pretty quickly. Play them back to me. 2, ready, play. Good, we're gonna do that twice in a row. It sounds like this. Rest, ready, play, rest. Awesome. Here we're going to go on a little further and add another couple of high Ds, which you all figured out, except I'm going to add something below them. This one is longer. Rest, rest. Stop there. 1, 2, ready, go. Fabulous. If we started on that last open D that we played, which went down to what note? An open A. I'm going to add to just that section. Try it. 2, ready, go. Nice job. We have one very, very short section left to learn, and then I'll give you the whole tune, okay? So here it is. It's probably the easiest section you may ever learn. It sounds like this. And yes, the stomp is mandatory, okay? Do what you need to do. It is as much a part of the tune as any note. Did you hear that they were both open strings? Yeah. Let's try it. 1, 2, ready, go. Lovely. So now you officially know the whole tune. Ready, Swiss. so proud of yourselves. You just literally learned that in record time, and you have it all memorized. And if we were to throw a repeat sign at the end, then you'd have even more notes and an arrangement memorized. Congratulations. So, melody of the tune, check. Learned, okay? Store it in your brain, store it in your memory, because now we're on to one of the more exciting parts of this process.
And scary.
And scary, I know. I felt the mood shift
changed.
a little, guys, but don't worry. Don't worry. It is one of our favorite parts, and it will become one of your favorite parts too. It is time to improvise. So we've learned our melody, we know our key. We've been working now in the same hand shape for a little while now, which is going to be really important. And now it's time to celebrate the fact that we are all different musicians playing these instruments. So we have played the melody, we all played the notes, we told you exactly what notes to play where, and you guys did it in a great way. And now we want to take those rules away a little bit and give you a little bit more freedom. So improvisation exists in many different forms depending on what type of music you're playing. Celtic and bluegrass soloing might sound a little bit different than what we're talking about here, but since we are in a rock and blues world, that really usually comes in the form of taking a solo. So in this situation, we would probably all play the melody together like we just did, and then our backup band, who is going to be our electric cellist for now, but it might be a drummer, it might be a bass player, they're going to keep going, and they're going to give anybody that wants to the opportunity to take a solo. And this is what gets so fun, because as soon as we ask you to start taking some of the creativity into your own hands, then we get to really celebrate the fact that we're all different, and our instrument becomes not just something that we play to sound as much like other people as possible, but to celebrate the fact that we can make our own decisions and we can sound exactly the way that we want to sound as musicians, okay? So taking a solo is not a scary thing at all. We're only going to use the notes that we've already been using, and we are going to start as simply as possible. How about this? We're used to rules in the classical world. You have a ton of them here. You can only use open D, okay?
One note.
One note. I will play a couple notes. You can play a couple notes. Right now, we'll let you solo as a group. I know that sounds a little backwards, but right now you can hide in your own space, figure out exactly how this feels for you. I will play my open D. You'll all play your open Ds back to us. Don't repeat what we play. Find a way to play your open D in your own way, okay? Here we go. I'll go first.
Your
Ready,
turn.
play. Fabulous. This one's easy to change. Here you go.
Go.
Nice job, guys. Yeah. Go.
Woo!
Add F natural.
Two notes.
D
Two
and F.
notes.
Go ahead. Woo! Yeah! Love it.
Go.
Awesome. You guys are moving. Go. Add G.
Sell it.
F and D. Move.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say. Go. Go. Guys, congratulations. You have just crossed a musical threshold that a lot of people, especially in the classical world, spend their whole lives never trying. Just making something up, deciding what you're going to play and how you're going to make your instrument sound. It might be based on how you're feeling, what notes you prefer on your instrument, whether you like to play fast or slow, loud or soft, it doesn't matter. It's all to be celebrated because it's your opportunity to say what you need to say. Let's add the rest of the scale, okay?
Whole scale.
Yeah, whole scale is now available to you. You don't have to use them all, but you have that now creative freedom, okay? We're not going to hold back anymore. Here we go. A 1, 2, me first.
Ready, go.
Lovely. Awesome. I think it's time to take some solos. You guys ready? Let's start with bass, because I think she's got this. Let's start with bass, and then we'll go low to high, okay? A 1, 2, me first. Go ahead. guys should be so